Well, hey there, farm wife friends. We are in a unique and fun place. Today I'm at my local county fair and I have set up a booth with freeze-dried candies and caramels to sell because today they're having their special event of the parade, and then there's going to be music later, and there's all sorts of activities. Here, let me show you. Down here on the actual fairgrounds, we've got all kinds of activities. They were not open for a bit yet, so I'm kind of getting you before the crowd comes so that we can, privacy and all that good stuff. So we've got several bounce houses and volleyball and some sort of other ball game and pits and things. And then over there is where the entertainment will be tonight. They will have other activities this week with pedal tractor pull and a pet show. And all kinds of fun stuff goes on. Looks like we're gonna set up for a rock wall tonight. And then in this barn, let's go check out the animals. This area in here, this arena, is where they actually show all the different animals. And it looks like they've got things set up a little bit differently from when my kids were here. So this will be fun to kind of go through and see what's going on. But behind me we have all the bleachers, and this will be completely full. They'll do an auction where the kids can actually auction off their livestock, and it's always full just to watch the kids show and do showmanship. This side looks like we've got sheep, and then it looks like we also have goats on this side this year too. It used to always be one side goats, one side sheep, but it looks like maybe they're keeping them with the families. I'm going to try not to have names on here, but we've already had showings, so we've got some ribbons and things going on. And the kids work so hard to shear them and make them look so nice. It's so hot here today. The poor animals, they are hot. They're just all kind of relaxing. There's all different breeds and all different kinds of lambs and goats and cows and pigs. We're going to check them all out. You might wonder, some of them, if it's so hot, are they wearing these blankets? Well, it's to keep them clean so that when they go to show them, their coat is nice and pretty. And it dries them off when they get their bags and things. And these are usually pretty tame. See, a lot of them are pets, and a lot of them will also be sold. But that is just part of it. They get that love and care, and then they're sold. And then we'll go out of the barn. It looks like they actually have a row where you could kind of go up in there, but I think we'll be able to see all the animals and see this pile of wood chips and things. They also get marked on whether or not they do good with animal husbandry, which is keeping your pens clean. And so, actually no, there are more goats down the middle. Well, we'll see if we can't figure that out. They have all different age categories. They have meat goats. They have dairy goats. You can see over there. I should have gone down that other side to show you, but those look like those are the smaller ones on that side. They all look so nice. You can tell they've had excellent care. Just gorgeous animals. They've been groomed so nicely. Okay, look here. Reserve Champion Market Goat. And then just like when my kids were small, this is where the cows are, which is the same. We have steers. We have bucket calves. I don't know that I see any dairy this year. Go down this side. Gorgeous, gorgeous looking animals. I have barn envy right now, terribly. Some of the families like to really decorate their area and make it look super cute. Lots of fans, it's loud in here, but the keeps the flies off and it keeps the animals cool. Again, you'll see another pile. See if we can't find our way in to see the swine. Can't remember if we can get in over here. I think so. Yes. Sneak in through here. And this is where they do, that's where this arena is. They don't bring the swine over. That is just for ruminants. So your cows and your goats and your lambs in the other show ring. And you might notice here, there are misters. And that's to keep them cool. And look at these gorgeous pigs. I mean, as far as a pig goes, to me, these are some nice looking ones. Several of them, I don't know a lot about them. I know there are gilts and just different classes, but the only experience we personally had was when my daughter did round robin. She did that a few different times. And so she got to show pigs even though we didn't actually own a pig. So that was a fun experience. 4-H is just a really fun thing for kids. And it's good for the community too, to come in and learn a little bit about, where their food comes from and everything. And again, you can see some of them really like to decorate their area to make it look nice and keep things clean. They get points for their club if they do keep it clean. That was always really important. And then this area out here is just kind of an extra area, but you might see some potty here because this is usually where they do like the round robin for the horse showmanship part. And they're actually on different grounds because of room. They just have to do the horses elsewhere. And then the dog show, I'm not sure if it's here or not, but it's not during this time because dogs need to just be able to go home. Because what happens is these animals, they will stay here on the fairgrounds for several days so that the public can come in and different days or different shows. And so dogs and horses, they do better at home. So here we are back into the main arena area. And isn't it nice? They have a background here where kids can get their pictures taken, and it just looks really nice, a nice setup. But I see here, I think is where they have now moved the bucket calves. When my kids were young, there were so many rabbits and chickens that this whole side was waterfowl, and even more waterfowl would be here and rabbits. But it looks like, and the rabbits were always over there, but it looks like things have changed a little bit, and so looks like we've got our bucket calves in here, and then we've got our poultry and our rabbitry in here. So these sweet young calves look like they're doing great. And again, decorating, husbandry. See how the kids have worked so hard to keep the path open for the public and keep the waste out. And again, with the decorations, isn't that fun? And they have big fans going so that the animals can stay cool. And they always have their water available to them. You can see we've got some ducks. And even some guinea fowl. one of the classes for the chickens is that you have 3 that they're supposed to look as identical as possible, and it looks like this person won. So good job to that 4-H'er. Oh, and here's something fun. Sometimes the chickens will actually, lay eggs, and they can do judgment on that also now. That's new. Look at that little one over there. How fun. Such a tiny little one. And a little rooster, little bannies. I love bantams. She laid an egg. And then over here against this wall, they have decided to put the rabbits. And sometimes you'll see things like this water bottle in here. Many times it'll start out in the beginning of the day as a block of ice. And so you can see like this rabbit is kind of cuddled up next to it to cool off. Oh, looks like this is our grand champion this year. I just love the ones that have the different colors. Aren't they beautiful? Or the fluffy ones. And this one's sprawled out, just chilling. And that's it for the rabbits. The rest are all chickens. And now we're leaving the barn, which is owned by the city, and they let 4-H and FFA use it for their shows. And then I'm back over there to sell the freeze-dried candy. And up there is the blue building, and that's where you'll see the food projects, the arts and crafts. I'll take you up there and we can see the arts and crafts. I don't know if the food and the vegetables will be gone. Let's go look. So all along this area in the blue building is our arts and crafts. And they had their judging about 3 or 4 days ago. The kids are so creative. Many of them will work on these projects the entire year, and then others will quickly put their projects together right before fair to enjoy the rest of the year. This must be a new thing, food gift package. That's cool. How fun is this? A very few canned foods. And this is the place setting where they learn how to properly set and decorate tablescapes. And that continues. It looks like we also have some posters back in behind. Oh, look, a tailgate one.
I gave $60 a bale for 1,600-pound bales from Tim Becker, a mile east of town here on the north side. That's south of K20 on the way east.
And then I had heard of this, but this is new. My children didn't do this again with the eggs. You can bring in your chicken's eggs clean and show them and get judged on them, probably according to size and cleanliness and maybe whether or not they're all equal. It looks like they're trying to earn some money for the foundation to keep things up and going. And this is the theme this year, so another backdrop. And then this was always a fun thing for the clubs. They had to take the theme of the year, which is blue jeans and country dreams, and then make a banner, and then you get judged upon that. And this is like a group project. And it looks like they got super creative. Over here we have lots and lots in the photography department. Some great budding artists coming along, don't we? Beautiful pictures. Looks like this one was from the 4th of July. And then over here we have the flower arrangements. It's hard to see all from the distance. But if you can, get up close and see what they chose. Some of them are arranged and some of them are just a single stem. And then we have grain. Just a few did that. And then we have lots of veggies still, it looks like. Go around the other way. Let you view these flowers a little bit more. Now that one was certainly an arrangement. And what they do is they try to get, it's either 3 or 5 similar sized items, and they bring it in and put it on a plate. Looks like we have even some rose this year. Beautiful basket. Check out the size of those onions. That's my hand. And then I believe this is hay. I don't remember ever seeing this before, but it may have been judged elsewhere. Oh, and then the plants, yes. So this is hard though, because after being out of the ground so long, they do wilt. And the corn and soybeans always just looks kind of crooked. And then this is welding. And then there'll be woodworks. Science. Rocketry. Insects. Posters. Just informational posters. Looks like one was on the dog show, another on a book, another on animals. Living healthy. This is where they sew their own clothing. They do have a fashion show. We have quilts. This is clothing that they buy and put together, outfits. Birdhouses. This is part of the sewing also. You put together your sewing baskets. Now, this is interesting. This is trains or farmscapes, actually, it looks like. This is new. This is new to me. I have not seen this, so this is kind of neat. They've added yet another category. And it looks like it was popular. And then there's always a concession stand where either a different club or someone gets to earn money. And then back out to the heat where it looks like we have the vendors set up, and this is kind of new. We always have 1 or 2 food trucks. Typically we have a kettle corn people over kind of by where I am, but they're not here this year. I don't know if they aren't doing anymore, or if maybe just they've changed their setup. But yeah, and it looks like there's even a clothing boutique, a mobile one. And now I'm back in the tent with the farmer. I got him to come with me, and we're gonna enjoy the evening. The entertainment's starting to set up, and I hope that you enjoyed going around and touring what it would look like if you came to the fairgrounds for the Brown County Fair. Bye for now, friends. We'll see you next time right here at the Inquisitive Farm Life.